So let's see the next one. We are just about at the bottom now of all of our sections. So we have over 35 custom sections. I think it's almost close to 40 at this point, actually. So you can see we almost went through them all, and we're almost there. So this is the newsletter sign up section under P signups. So another really great section. I like this section a lot as well. So the first setting that we have here is for the background type. And as you can see right now, we have a solid background color behind this section. And obviously the purpose of this section is to collect email addresses into our email list. So you can see we have a subscribe button here, a text input here, and then 3 different text input sections here where we can basically customize the text with maybe different offers or incentives to join our list. So let's go down through the settings. First up, we have section height on desktop. Then we have section height on mobile. So let's switch to the mobile. You can see this is the layout on the mobile screen. So everything stacks vertical. And here we can change the height of the section on mobile. Now let's switch it from a background color to a parallax image. So you can see we'll actually have to select an image before we'll see a big difference here. So let's just select an image here. We'll choose actually we always choose this one, so maybe let's try a different one. Let's try this guy. So you can see this is the parallax effect. Let's just hide this top banner for a second. And you can see this is what it looks like now on desktop. And if we switch over to mobile, here we go on mobile. And you'll notice that the parallax effect, like all the other sections, doesn't transition over to the mobile because it's not supported on mobile screens. But it is supported on desktop screens. As you can see, if we turn this back, we get that parallax effect going on. This setting is for the background color, if applicable. So if we do have, let's go back to a solid color, and we'll change the background color here. So this is only applicable if you do select the color option here, not the parallax image option. For the parallax image, we also have a darkness filter as well. Next, we have the max width of text on the desktop. So if you want to make this a little bit narrow, more narrow, you can use this setting, or a little bit wider, you can use this setting. Next up, we have all the text inputs up here. So you can see we labeled them first line of text, second line of text, third line of text. So not super creative with the naming convention there, but I hope that's at least easy to follow along with. So the first line of text, obviously the text input is here, the color is here, the font size, letter spacing, and top padding. Similar to this, now the second line, we have similar settings. So this is the text input here, the color, the font size, letter spacing, top padding, and bottom padding. So you can see you can add extra space above and below it. And the third line is similar again, except there's no top padding option. Obviously, if you want more space between the third line and the second line, you would just add more bottom padding to the second line. And if you want more space between your third line and the text input, excuse me, you would add more bottom padding to the third line. So that's the way that we have this laid out. as you can see, there's a lot of settings here, especially when it comes to padding around each of these different line items, as well as like individual color selection and font sizes for each of these 3 lines. So that in conjunction with changing the actual height of the section, you can basically create any sort of layout that you want here, or almost anything with this sort of 3 lines with the text input. So a lot of flexibility with this section as well. Next up, we just went over the 3rd line of text. So next up we have the email input box section. So here we can change the box color, or the box border color, sorry. The box shadow. So it's hard to see it there because we have a darker parallax image in the background, but if let's try like a green color maybe. So you can kind of see like a green shadow popping out of it there. You can see it better there with the lighter color. The box background color. And the text input color. And then if you start writing text, it'll be white, like the color you select here. Oops. Next up we have the subscribe button, which is this guy. Notice it does have like a little animation on it as well for the arrow once you hover over it. And for here we can change the color and also the padding below the button if we wish. And next up we have the subscription success message. So if you enter your email here and click subscribe, then you'll be asked to verify that you're not a robot. And then you'll click submit. And once you do that, you can see that you get a confirmative thanks for subscribing message here. So that green color for that message is defined here, as well as the font size for that message is defined here as well. And lastly, you have the animation settings for the section as well for this one. So that does it for this section. And I think we have one left now. So let's move on to the last one. Thanks for watching.